Postpartum depression can turn a joyful time in a family's life into a nightmare. It can leave new mothers feeling depleted and depressed instead of warm and excited. I dug deeper into the impact it has on the mother and the family and what you can do to help.
I just couldn't bring myself to get out of bed sometimes, so we would just sit in bed. I couldn't pass her off to my husband. I couldn't pass her off to anyone.
Kristen Roth knows the struggle of postpartum depression firsthand.
I was just afraid of constantly afraid of losing her, or something bad happening.
Experts say it's caused by hormonal changes and usually happens after giving birth.
They could be just sad all the time. They can have lack of energy. It can be from a lot of different things. The hormonal changes with having a pregnancy and delivering, or even from breastfeeding or not breastfeeding.
Brenda doesn't just help women dealing with postpartum depression, she experienced it herself.
I just had this baby and I should be happy, and sometimes you're just not. And with it not being talked about, you feel like you're doing something wrong. You're feeling like this is not normal, and why am I not feeling like a normal, wonderful, new mom?
Though moms are the ones most impacted by postpartum depression, friends and family can be affected.
My toddler, I think, feels it the most, but I definitely can tell that my elementary kiddo is feeling it as well. I want to be a lot more engaged in what he's doing at school and in homework and things like that. And I don't have that energy, unfortunately.
Family members need very much to recognize that when somebody might be diagnosed with postpartum depression, that it's not their fault and it's not their responsibility to fix it, but that they have to respect what that person's going through.
Both moms and medical professionals agree there is still a stigma surrounding postpartum that needs to end.
The stigma behind it was like, if I say that I have postpartum depression, it's like I'm going to kill my kids, and that's not what I was going through. And I was so scared that's what was going to be portrayed, so I didn't even want to say anything about how I was feeling.
We see about 1 in 7 women specifically experience significant depression. And again, if there's no help, that can turn into even more severe mental health disorders.
So the question is, can it be prevented?
There's really nothing you can do differently to prevent, but it's being mindful of the signs and symptoms, and then if it does happen, to try to say something to somebody, or have somebody watch for those signs and symptoms as well, somebody in the family or a friend.
Just get that support built up. That's going to increase your chances of finding any sort of budding depression or any other mental health issue.
The sooner you get help, the sooner you can get started on treatment, from counseling to medication.
I actually quite literally asked my husband, I'm like, is this what I've been missing for the last few months? Because I was playing with them and all of my kids were so engaged and they were laughing, and I was remembering that they were laughing and actually engaging with their laughs. So being on the right medication made a huge impact on my ability to connect and engage with my family.
Whether somebody's an experienced parent or first-time parent, that can be pretty overwhelming. So we encourage people to speak up, to recognize when it's not just tired or not just something stressing, but when a person doesn't feel like themselves.
Yay!
For Kristen, she wants other moms to know there is hope.
I feel like the light is far at the end of the tunnel, but I do feel like it's there.
If you or someone you know are struggling with postpartum depression, please do not hesitate to reach out and receive help. We do have resources on our website, waow.com, and please remember, you are not alone.